light because in the darkness.
It's time.
Nobody truly grows up in our great adult land. We merely get bigger bodies to accompany our small minds. The matchbox cars we once craved as little boys become real automobiles on genuine wheels. The dolls that little girls played with become real babies who wet real diapers. We learn to play capture the flag with guns that fire real bullets, causing real, honest-to-God death. 5 little boys think to embarrass little Susie Joe by capturing her and taking her into the boys' bathroom. 5 grown men rape a woman at a bar. Johnny hears his little brother Jimmy say a dirty word and promises not to tell as long as Jimmy does his chores for the week. Johnny gets bigger and promises Senator Jimmy that if the vote goes his way, the photos of Jimmy and his secretary will never be shown to his wife. Same games, bigger bodies. And we think we know something. The schoolyard becomes larger, the principal more powerful, the childish squabbles involve deeper childish consequences, and no one wants to get sent to the office. Remember always, we never ever grow up in our adult playground. Oh, come on, man. I was just starting to make some progress.
Shut up.
There's no turning back now.
It doesn't fucking matter. They made this world this way. I have to live in their world. I'm fucked. We're all fucked. Fuck it.
Oh, goody! We get to watch TV! Our window into their world. Well, let's see what their world is made of, shall we? Their world is the Beverly Hillbillies. All the shit on TV, nothing but trash. Just old Barney Millers and rerun MASH. Talk shows, crap shows, news does crime. I've seen it hundreds, thousands of times. Baseball on TBS, the Braves, the Dodgers, Electric Company, Mr. Rogers. I flip my switch to MTV. All that crap in store for me. Scum-sucking games to slide, dribbling garbage all the time. Not a decent show on HBO, no movies with no cash. I really ought to crash. TV insults my sight. Good night.
Shit. Commercials.
I must drink Pepsi, Coors, Bud, Coke, and drive a Honda, Ford, Camaro, Ferrari, wearing Levi's, Lee, Calvin Klein, Gloria Vanderbilt, making all my phone calls through MCI, AT&T, Sprint, and US West, listening to the coolest music on my Sony Mitsubishi Sanyo Fisher CD player, or I will never find happiness in life. I love what you do for me when you care enough to send the very best, because you deserve a break today. Reach out and touch somebody. Let your fingers do the walking. An American original. Just do it. Bullshit. See it?
No.
Miniature molehills, mass media mountains, make it big, glorify, crucify, make it big, marketing small stories, later purchase tall tales, make it huge, advertise, merchandise, make it huge, laugh or nothing got sold, America buys it all, make it immense, fantasize, glamorize, make it big, 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 larger than life in the land of Project Daddy Limbo. Welcome to the age of sensationalism. They've got a demented notion of what big is and what small is. It's a sick game of Simon Says they'd have me play. Simon says laugh. Simon says laugh. Simon says cry. Think for yourself. Aha! Now you're screwed. Simon didn't say to do that. You're out of the game. Everything I'm fed tries to pull my strings one way or the other.
It's okay when I want to escape from reality.
It is assumed, then, that the things seen in that 12-inch square are not real.
The news is real, CNN and stuff.
Can't be too sure about that. All we see are ventriloquist dummies telling us what the puppet masters have allowed them to say. Good liars always tell their victims exactly what they want to hear, even if it scares them. If they tell us something that we like, we're that much more willing to buy their detergents and machines. If they tell us something that hurts or frightens us, we'll still suck it up. They say war on drugs, and we stand in line, ready to have our leaders fight it for us, ready to let them take control over us, to take care of us.
Beats the boredom, though. If life isn't a pain in the ass, it's just dull.
In a facade of sensitivity, the men shed competitive tears on the golden green of silk-lined poppies.
It was all the female bodybuilders releasing flatulence freely as they destroyed their women's magazines.
It was the death of idealism and the birth of the new isms. Consumerism, capitalism. Dinner was burning on the kitchen stove. The kids watched afternoon cartoons as they studied quantum mechanics. Dad was shopping for security, waving his American Express.
And the president forgot how to wipe.
Trapped in the suburbs, craving an escape. As Teddy Ruxpin read the news, our minds succumbed to liquid soap and sex. As our intellect became Jell-O pudding, we fell as lambs to the slaughter.
But we hoped we could still watch the Super Bowl.
Above, God was watching soap operas on his big screen TV, weeping because he couldn't change channels.
It was then that the big boys on the big hill showed us their new toys to play with, the kind that even the big boys shouldn't have.
As the fanatics kissed the blind stone, there was joy in watching them burn. Depressed by the press is the equation. The simple cost was a penny for our thoughts and a Persian Gulf for our minds.
Weed out the weak and give them steroids. We sold our souls to our misconceptions without jack shit to show for it. Nobody like this forever. I turned on my TV and got an earful of words. Racism and politics and the threat of war. They were good words, even good thoughts. But there was something missing here. As I listened further, I waited for words of change and how things could improve so that I could help. I heard the words and the thoughts, but there was something missing here.
Then I became appalled when they spoke out on baldness in the private lives of porno stars and words got a name.
They made me ask, but offered no resolutions. And all it was to me was talk.
Oh, stop here. This one always cracks me up.
In magnificent full color, your children have witnessed the great sacrifice of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Ooh, the reds are so
They
red!
will learn to obey God as He demonstrates His might through the loving miracles of His Son.
Check this out. He's turning water into wine. If only he turned it into moosehead, now that would be something worth praying for.
As His healing hands cure lepers, exorcise demons, and even raise the dead.
Oh, Lazarus, my husband, you're alive. Thank you, Jesus.
No problem, ma'am. All in a day's work, or 3 days, weather permitting.
They will sense the true nature of selflessness and giving, definitive of a faithful Christian.
Here comes the best part.
This first video, John the Baptist, can be delivered directly to your door for the low, low price of just $9.95. Other videos, including Birth of the Messiah and The Coming of the Lord, will follow. You'll pay only $19.95 plus shipping and handling for each.
If it's such an important contribution to the spirituality of children, why don't they demonstrate the true nature of selflessness and giving definitive of a faithful Christian and send them out for free?
In a world where it's easy to fall astray, you'll find great comfort in knowing that your children are being affirmed in the beautiful traditions and values set forth by Jesus Christ and His faithful disciples. Call the number on your screen right now and order today.
Not me, thank you. I just say no to drugs.
Not all Christians are phonies. Who am I to condemn anyone for doing what they feel they need to do to achieve a sense of peace in this life?
A noble sentiment, and true. But that's not the problem, is it? Wouldn't it be nice if they kept their brand of religion to themselves? In God we trust on dollar bills, one nation under God in the Pledge of Allegiance. Invocations and benedictions at banquets and graduations, bumper stickers, t-shirts, lawn statues, nativity scenes, crucifixes, glow-in-the-dark dashboard icons. It's everywhere.
You know, I should get out of the hotel business and get myself a religious bookstore. There's a lot of money to be made by an enterprising agnostic like me.
I bought a plastic Jesus because I love the Lord, and I put it on the dashboard of my '67 Ford, hoping that the Savior's mic could help it out a bit. It was primer gray with rust spots, and it didn't run for shit. The first car I owned was adorned with Virgin Mary. Got it that December, it died that February. Lost my next old lemon to some engine fatigue. I ask you, where was the St. Christopher's Auto League? Couldn't get insurance, rates racked up so high, so I got full coverage from the saints up in the sky. You know, working stiffs like me, we do the best that we can, and I was getting my piece from Christ the Son Man. I said a humble prayer as I pulled my squeaky door, put my ass on torn green vinyl, put my leg to the floor. Sweet Jesus, thank you, I said as I keyed the ignition and sped headlong down the freeway on a new and holy mission. I was halfway through a 12-pack Meister Brow. It's cheap when my radar detector flashed its sobering beat. The 1812 overture was blaring in my mind, and up in my review I saw the cops were right behind. I'd get DUI, and man, I'd had plenty, so I punched it and shot outside at 120. The big blue demons would toss my ass in the can. Not me! Fuck you, bitch! Can't you see I'm driving with the man? Then they started with the gunplay. Shit was down to the wire. The bang! I swerved! Bastards hit my rear right tire. Sirens screamed like banshees. My muscles all got stiff. I hugged the brakes like a lover, but still flew off the cliff. The statue seemed to mock me with the pain of the crash. I looked at the smile of the thing pristine on the dash. I crawled out of the wreck, a bloody, broken survivor, and it struck me. Two hands turned the wheel, and I was the driver. I tried Mary, St. Christopher, and now Jesus too. Asshole angels, where God's name were you? Then from the stretcher I saw the ultimate kicker, and I laughed at my Jesus is my co-pilot bumper sticker. Boldly, we stand in a sinful world, following dead shepherds, heeding them and their echoed words of love. With spite for those who do not hear, we are a unified whole. We, with earthly might, are the only people who can know God's truth. We wield the good book of righteousness, beckoning to the lowly, so that these poor sheep might know the contrived security we have found in Him. You, and all who dwell in wicked sinfulness, must join us. Be cleansed by your betters. Live your life only as directed, and someday you too may be glorified as one of us.
What if I'm wrong? What if there is a God and I've shunned Him? What if there is hell to pay?
Be my friend, says he, or I'll give you a knuckle sandwich. Is that choice? Hell should not exist if the words in that book are true. Otherwise, in asking me to love and forgive unconditionally, God is asking of me something he or she is either unable or unwilling to give. The gifts of faith and reason are not compatible.
I still can't quite shake the fear. I mean, eternity. It's a long time to be wrong about something.
Ignore religion. There are 1,000 roads to divinity, and we must each choose our own. It doesn't come from the mouths of prophets. It doesn't come from the pages of any book. Divorce the human is a God, it will understand a belief in ourselves. Any proud progenitor wishes for independent children. If there is a God, it must tolerate all doubts and misgivings. As it is a mystery, surely questions are acceptable. Surely a benevolent being would not grant us intellect so we might rest on faith alone. Indeed, any unconditional love frees us from the need to worship and contractual obligation. A God that does not reveal itself must certainly understand the denial of false securities. Equally, we must acknowledge our fear of aloneness that makes us seek hope in the unseen. For we are challenged to realize what meaning we give to our pain that we ease by loving this image. If there is a God, it will forgive me for opposing blind faith. It will accept that I see false prophets everywhere. If there is a God, it should love us more for inquisitive minds. For when God is revealed to me, then surely my belief will be real.
I don't much care for the thought that the human race is alone with no force behind it.
It's probably not the case, but no one can say. Millions of questions will probably never be answered. That's one. Life after death, that's another. Sure, a lot of people just as small as I am, try to fill their voids with theories. Some of it even sounds pretty damn good. Just conjecture, really. Nothing to live or die for.
What of faith?
God is external and incomprehensible. Heaven isn't in the sky. It's elsewhere. See it?
No.
In Haiti, it's Legba or Gede. In China, it's the Tao. In Northern Europe, they call it Odin or Balder. In Greece, Zeus or Hera.
So many names it has.
The Hindus have a name for it, and the Christians. So too do the Jews, and the Mormons, and the Muslims, and the Jehovah's Witnesses.
So many names. So many crusades. So many inquisitions. So many holier than thou.
In Tenochtitlan, it's Quetzalcoatl. In Alaska, Igaloo. To the Rwanda and Rwanda, Imana. Osiris and Isis in Egypt. It is Algira of the Oranda in Australia.
So many names. So many witch hunts. So many holy wars. So many centuries.
So many complicated ways to say one simple thing. See it? Change the channel, the night's not over yet. Don't start, man. I'm the one who wanted to watch TV. I'm the one who can't sleep.
18-year-old Jeremy Johnson of Pasadena, California, was sentenced today in open court. Johnson will serve a minimum of 10 years in the state penitentiary. Following his arrest last January, Johnson was found guilty of trafficking narcotics. He was carrying a blotter of lysergic acid, or LSD, which he presumably intended to sell. His term in prison will begin on Good Friday. It was his first offense.
Ah, the wheels of justice keep on
Gary
turning.
Anderson, found guilty of sexually assaulting the cashier of an all-night convenience store in Michigan in 1996, was released today from prison on parole for good behavior. Of an 8-year sentence, he served just over 3 years in jail. Local citizens are outraged.
It was bad enough that they didn't give him a stiffer punishment, but to let him go so he could do it again, that's just unconscionable. My daughter still has a scar on her throat from where he held the knife to her. He inflicted wounds that'll never heal, and he's a free man now? It's just not right. I thought there was such a thing as justice in America, but now, well, I just don't know.
You want justice? How much money you got? think our powder-wig, slave-screwing, hemp-smoking founding fathers would think of this one, huh? The cracks in the pavement. See it? Our illustrious ancestors, glorify them, because they brought us civilization. Eulogize them for the gift of an organized world. On bended knee, thank them for monetary system. Adore them in return for the government they made. Above all else, they put us above animals. Animals who do not pay taxes or rent or alimony. Animals who have never fought world wars or created weapons of mass destruction. Animals. Our illustrious ancestors admire them because they brought us civilization.
I can't jump in the boat right now. I'm being nailed to a cross by a group of angry Roman soldiers. But leave a message. I'll get back to you in 3 days. I should be just fine by then. Happy Easter!
Hey, it's Don at the hotel.
Shit.
Listen, 2 things. Just gotta check with everyone about this. Roxanne and Kitty to the front desk say they never got their W-2s in the mail. Pete says they went out last week. Did you get yours is what I'm wondering. And second, Mark's a Catholic. You're not any Christian at all, right? Would you manage for him on Easter Sunday? He's got a family and all, and you don't. If you can do it for me, call. Thanks, bye.
Yeah, I got my goddamn W-2s.
Oh, that reminds me. By their laws, I get to help pay for the stealth bomber and the very pricey screws and the hammers and all the other things I'd rather not know I'm helping to finance. The great game of capture the flag doesn't end in the playground, and my government can beat up your government. Nanny, nanny, boo-boo. See it? Tearing at the seams.
No.
Explosions of bottle rockets fill the night air of New Rome, followed by a foul stench of gunpowder.
Marital status, single. What else?
High-pitched whistles scream like sirens, kissing me off with the din that they tell me echoes with our freedom.
Total wages, salary, tips, jack shit, that's what. Still what's your percentage, though, I know.
Serene as earthly brother, with hands over empty hearts, we wave starred and striped banners to New Rome.
Interest, income. Nope, you have to have something to invest.
Bread and circuses, lions and Christians, the new Pneumakia, the filthy rich, the lonely poor, wars for nationalistic pride, blood money, political lies, racism, militarism, consumerism, capitalism, jacking off in Kosovo, industrialism. These are Nova Roma. We are Nova Roma.
Now, where was I?
I hear anthems sung proudly in voice and in ignorance, and I don't think I can hold back vomit.
This is bullshit. I'm paying the uneducated bullies who become cops to pull me over and give me a ticket so that I can pay even more.
I see Desert Storm t-shirts worn by simpleton pussies who can be happy with blood on their chests.
I'm paying for some senator's next blowjob.
I see the fall of New Rome, and in its hurtful justice, I find an ironic reason to smile.
Fuck it. Fuck the taxes. Fuck it. An old friend to me. There when I found out about a lover's infidelities, numbing the pain of having an old man's hand in my pocket, submerging me in my depths so that I can feel the primal me compelling me to disgorge the bile in me.
A lover to me, caressing my body with 1,000 tricky tingles, lulling me to sleep at night with strange eternal melodies, a vessel of effervescence in his hands, filling me with a scarce, controllable desire.
With me when I laugh or cry, never quick to sternness nor to passivity, to to mourn the passing of innocence with me, and to rejoice in the joys of profitable accomplishments.
My comfort when I am alone, my muse of profound inspiration, my rainfall after a drought, my reprieve from execution, the savior of the Tantalus in my soul, my liberator from the bondage of bovine complacency, my giddy baptism into the big joke, my one true path to God, my friend, my love,
My beer.
my beer! I love my beer! You just don't know how much. Glory to beer in the highest and peace to its people on earth. Amen. Okay, it's 3 a.m. I'm at a stoplight. It's red. There isn't another car in sight for miles. What do I do? Come on! What do I do?
I don't know.
I fucking run it! What else?
It's against the law.
Yeah, your point being.
Laws are necessary. If we weren't governed, we'd kill ourselves in the chaos.
In New Mexico, it's against the law to buy alcohol in a liquor store after 12 a.m. Well, you can go to a bar and get loaded and drive home afterward until 2 a.m. In Georgia and other states, oral sex is prohibited. In Florida, it's illegal to tie a pet alligator to a fire hydrant. In Manhattan, it's against the law to put tomatoes and clam chowder on Sunday. Which of these laws are sacrosanct? Are they simply to be obeyed because our government told us to?
No, those are dumb laws.
Where do we draw the lines? What laws aren't dumb laws?
Stealing things, murder, rape.
If I was sick enough to do it, and I really wanted to hurt someone, what law would prevent me from raping a woman?
None, perhaps. But the fear of punishment would.
Like the rapist in Michigan, the one who got off on good behavior? No, I only fear punishment when I'm getting ready to sell hits of acid for the first time. I fear punishment when I get pulled over. Murder and the rest of it, this means nothing.
But our elected representatives
Have done what?
made the laws!
So there's Anita Hill, whining before the Congressional Ethics Committee. I laughed my ass off seeing Ted Kennedy there. Ethics? He doesn't even know how to spell the word. Oh, it's okay, baby. I'm all right to drive. We don't need a Larry Flint to know their hands are dirty. We don't need a tell-all book to know that Satan's on their speed dialers. Do I want to trust fools like this when it comes to living my life? Fuck no. Government is shit. Always has been, ever shall be. Hypocrisy, double standards. See it?
Shut up.
Boy, it's like trying to compete in a foot race against a runaway train. The pot on the stove is boiling over and molecules are bouncing off of each other like speeding bullets off of Superman's chest.
I don't know all of the names of the candidates.
I don't even know what positions they're all trying to play on the political baseball team. When the World Series hits, I won't know who to root for.
No one's a safe bet for me.
I just can't keep up with it. Why would I want to?
I've lost interest.
Just when it seems as though we're winning, that we're the best team in the league, we come to discover that we paid off the umpires. That we sneaked into the other team's locker room and spiked their Gatorade with LSD. So they're swinging at balls that aren't really there, getting called out for fouls that they never made. And we're throwing parades for the hocus-pocus heroes who never play fair. Same game every season, and we buy tickets each time we shut that curtain and pull that lever. Free elections are one of the greatest illusions in our home sweet home.
If only the words none of the above did appear on the ballots, then we might really get to pick the players.
Talk about a dream team! Then I'd get myself some peanuts and Cracker Jacks and get my ass back out to the polls again! Then you could take me out to the ball game.
In the meantime, I'll be buying plenty of beer the night before the big day.
Well, you know, they close the bar so we can make clear decisions.
Clear decisions.
Here's mine. Screw Screw the goddamn government. Oops. Looks like I just hit a foul ball.
Hi, I can't tell the road right now. I'm being nailed to a cross by a group of angry Roman soldiers. Send a message. I'll get back to you in 3 days. I should be just fine by then. Happy Easter!
Hey man, it's Bruce. I'm still in Virginia, but I may not be here much longer. It's just possible that I'll end up in the hot spot. You know where. If the shit goes down there, not looking forward to it, but...
Hey, Bruce. Sorry about that. I was replenishing my beer supply. So are you going out to fight? Well, what's he supposed to decide? Whenever he wants to. Yeah, that sounds par for policy. Look, I told you to stay away from the infantry shit, man. I heard stories. You sure picked a hell of a way to pay for your education, my friend. Are you nervous? Yeah, I'd be rediscovering my religion too. I just hope he makes an exception and answers yours. Me, same shit, different day. Yeah, I'm still gainfully employed. She dumped me. That's funny. Tony said the same thing when he called earlier. Oh, you know me. I always bounce back from these things ready for another slut phase. I'm okay. Sure, I'm sure. Just tired. Long day at work and shit. Yeah? Yeah. I guess you're going to need all the rest you can get. A nice calm before the storm. Well, you take care of yourself then. Don't let them make you do too many push-ups. I hope it doesn't come down, man. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. Yeah. Okay. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Hey, thanks a lot for calling, Bruce. Take it easy.
To the government, a kid with an acid blotter is public enemy #1. If only they had gotten him first, they could have given him a gun, taught him how to use it, sent him someplace like Bosnia or Kosovo or Somalia, and made a patriot out of him. See it? The men in 3-piece suits with dirty underwear on.
Just let me think, okay?
I'm trying. I met Bruce in the 6th grade. We joined forces in a food fight. Such humble beginnings for a lifelong friendship, huh? Now the same people who told me not to spit on the sidewalks or exceed their speed limits may be sending him to kill or be killed. See it? 2 tongues wagging.
Please. Stop.
He never questioned an order. He was straight. He did what he was told. So when the president told the general, who told the colonel, who told the lieutenant colonel, who told the major, who told the captain to kill the enemy, it was Private John Doe's whose hands were stained with enemy blood. It was war. It had to be done. Private John Doe was the best scapegoat the government found. Oh, say, can you see through my M16 sight the asshole I nailed with his face scarlet streaming? He is dead in a flood of his own scummy blood. His cracked skull gaping wide, and his brains brightly gleaming. God, he must have been scared, his head bursting in air. One shot and dim stopped right there. Oh, say does that whole riddled faggot there lay in the stale earth of war will now be his grave. From the Ten Commandments to the Code of Hammurabi to the Constitution. Thou shalt not murder! Unless, of course, it's convenient for your government. All done in the name of national security, greed, hatred. See it? Uncle Sam smiling with his fingers crossed behind his back.
I'm afraid, living with the paranoids who stand poised to kill in the shadow of ill-perceived menaces.
As the poison of ignorance tainted their brains through cold blood in their veins, so too does it seep into the hearts of their children, echoing much too loudly in their dreams to destroy.
My God, they hate! Teaching lessons of malice to the bright, wide-eyed, impressionable flowers of Earth's future. The despair of adults becomes the hatred of youth, who will live without truth, blindly murdering for empty-headed principles grown from a thoughtless cruelty that their parents taught them.
When all is said and done, and we are just a memory, some intelligent alien race who saw it happen, or sat deity in heaven with a melancholy host of angels, will laugh at the human race of idiots. The dumb predators
who were taught to kill each other.
I asked for a flag to burn, any non-specific, nondescript piece of cloth that I may incinerate irreverently.
I'd wipe my ass with a flag. I'd rip them from their poles and soil all the banners and boundaries that these symbols of separation represent.
Damn the flags that wave over wars, over churches, over races. Damn the flags that flutter over territories, over walls. Damn the flags that damn the earth. I seek to destroy all flags. Any non-specific, nondescript cloth.
The symbols of a dying, divided humanity.
Is any of this getting through?
Bruce is the guy I got drunk with for my first time. I cried on Bruce's shoulder when Megan ran off and got married. He's one of my very best friends.
What is he to them? Meat. Just another bullet catcher.
God damn it, why can't I go to fucking sleep? Fuck!
Don't give up. See, old men playing chess with pieces that bleed.
I don't want to. No.
I can't or I won't. The time for revolution is at hand. Revolution. The power is ours and it cannot be arrested.
It's late.
Revolution.
Too late.
Governments of the world are impotent against it.
Tired.
Revolution.
Too tired.
Organized religions quake with fear, dethroned by the majesty of it. The institutions of social order crumble like dust in its hands.
I'm hurt.
Revolution!
Too hurt.
But let us forget these things, for they are not important. Let us forget fists and firearms. Let us forget territories and battlefields. Let us forget friends and foes, armies and anger. Forget these things. Abandon them. Let us remind ourselves of singularity and smallness, the sweet solidarity of the self. Revolution! Where will it be fought? In the solitude. Who will stand beside us? Ourselves. Who will we fight? Ourselves. Who will be the victor? You. And you. And you. And you. Courage, my friend. Revolution!
I'm done!
They still have separate bathrooms in Alabama. Whose idea is that? Big businesses are eating up rainforests. Whose idea is that? Genocide is the latest sport in Northeast Africa. Whose idea is that? Somewhere a little girl is crying because she doesn't want adults to touch her the way they have been. Whose idea is that? Children carry handguns. Whose idea is that? People walk right past each other without saying hello. Whose idea?
I don't know! Please! I just want to rest!
I have said that the institutions of the human race have forestalled chaos. But civilization seems a bit more of an illusion now. See it? Beneath the veneer.
Let me sleep.
A lot of creativity was harnessed by the carpenters who built this. It's a table. Antique, solid oak, hard to move. Been in that same spot long as I can remember, long as even the senile old ones can recall. Generations have dined at it, eating well-prepared meals carefully arranged on old plates, throwing the occasional scraps to slobbering dogs at their feet. Always revolutionary, innocent, curious. I marvel to you. Just a scratch. Have to add some new character to this ancient altar. Quick, while the nervous cooks and butlers aren't looking, I carve my initials into it. Hold it. What's this? Drive-by shootings. Homelessness. Political assassinations. Gang rapes in dark, forlorn alleys. Children with handguns, race conflicts, arson. If I never saw what I did, he's pissing on the carpet. We're of the same mind. Birds of prey pick off field mice. Stealth bombers spray scorched earth. A savage shark chomps a seal in two. The teeth of a chainsaw bite into an old tree in a fragile ecosystem. Flies land on ship, supper time. Oil companies sell us fossil fuels and feed from the profits of planned obsolescence. Wolves in packs devour their prey. Factions and extremists hire their friends and wave their flags. Children of carpenters long dead, doing as they were told, sitting at the antediluvian table. And what have I found? There's a scratch. What do I see underneath the oak? Particle board. See it?
See what?
Hypocrisy dancing with smallness. See it?
I don't know. I give up.
Under the masks, behind the curtains. See it?
I'm too tired.
We are a thoughtless world of watchers, doing nothing in frenzied expectation with resignation to our higher-ups. Born of a rampaging media, we are fed Gerber's baby sensation with no translation of subtle mind control. We are taught to be go-betweens, simple mediocrities in our schools that make tools, not geniuses. Cast in the mold of submission, we bow to the useless powers that be, so we can become brainwashed followers.
When did we put our thoughts in the hands of strange authorities? Why have we allowed ourselves to become marionettes?
We must not let our lives be run. Let's find the power of the flock that be and see there's wolves in sheep's clothing.
They shun away those who say the things no one wants to hear. Those who seek rights to speak incur their population's fear. Those who lead, they must bleed, shut up in a quiet cage. There is hate if we create justified words of rage. You know why the wise ones die when we seek to use a voice? Seeking truth is uncouth. We aren't allowed a choice.
Don't give up. Open up. No good. Mom, I'm having a bad dream. Tell me what I mean. What do you mean you don't know?
Shit. Oh, hello, Mom. Sorry to call after 10. I know it's your bedtime, but... yeah, that's why I'm calling. No, I couldn't call sooner. I was at work. We're not allowed to make personal phone calls on company time. Of course I'm the manager. That's why I have to hold the... No, I'm not getting the raise. I have to wait. Yeah, the squeaky wheel bit. Try this one on for size, Mom. The whiny weasel gets fired. The matter is not open for debate, Mother. Mom, wait. It's been a long day, and things aren't exactly going my way right now, so please let me say what I called to say, and then maybe we can both get some sleep, okay? Okay? I'm not going to be there for Easter weekend. No, I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm on the schedule. And we can't get anyone to cover for me. It's a Christian holiday, Mom. I'm the only one at work who isn't Christian. Or maybe if there was an agnostic holiday, I might be able to get one of them to cover for me, but there isn't, so... Yeah, I know, it's a tradition, and so are Christmas and Thanksgiving. I don't care about traditions. I do care about making a living. I do it. The family values speech. No, Mom, I'm not sure which is more important. Look, Mom, it's been a long and rotten day. I can't sleep. And I'm probably taking it all out on you. I'll see about it, but I doubt it. Look, Mama, I'll call you, Mama. Mom, wait, Mom. This will sound dumb, but who do you think created God? No, I'm not being sarcastic. No, I don't know what I meant by that. It was a stupid question. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mom. It's been a long night, and I've been thinking too much. Look, Mom, I'll call you tomorrow. I really have to try to get some sleep. I love you too, Mom. Sweet dreams.
Of course she didn't know. No comfort there. I hate to say I told you so.
Then don't! I refuse to think about these things anymore! I'm tired, and I'm going to bed, and that's that!
Police in Seattle arrived to a strange scene last Sunday evening. A Lieutenant Norman Bradshaw, on leave from the Air Force, was strolling on his way to the 4-star liquor store for a 12-pack of beer when he noticed something strange behind a local paint shop on his way. It was a man's severed penis. Police who later arrived on the scene are baffled as to how the penis had gotten there, bagging it for inspection by the county coroner. The disjointed penis belonged to a Caucasian male with black hair. A dental specialist has been called in to determine whether or not the mysterious member had been bitten off.
Sure, I tell jokes about all our high school students. The president won't send his kids to public school. The Secret Service would be outgunned. And here's a little thought about the many secrets of the stars. It isn't in their diets. It's not in the workout tapes they sucker us into buying. No, it's three things. Their surgeons, their coke, and their fingers down their throats. I told tales of the blind gynecologist who uses his tongue on the job, and short stories of minorities in unemployment lines. I sing songs to mock the crucifixion, and I've got a word of advice. Don't drop any quarters on Market Street.
Ooh, when I fall down, I get pissed off.
If you fall down in front of me, it's funny! It's a discourse on Helen Keller's masturbation habits. It's a good, rousing Jesus Crispy joke. It's a witticism about a baby clinging to its final moments, pounding frantically on the glass door of a microwave oven.
I saw that on TV the other day that in Chicago, a 9-year-old kid shot another kid because he got a snowball thrown at him. In the same city, 2 men sneaked into a woman's backyard while she was out getting some sun. They raped her. They raped her 6-month-old baby. It may be shocking, but it's not uncommon in our modern civilization. Kudos to our illustrious ancestors. Imagine how we gloat over advanced society, how much progress we think humanity has made since we got out of the trees. Now think of the 9-year-old kid. Now think of the mother and child. Do you get it? It's funny after all! So I shoot one out about a nun with a spear through her head, and now she can't get through a revolving door. How did I know it wasn't foreign terrorists who did the ATF building in Oklahoma City? Only a redneck would make a bomb out of shit! Why did the monkey fall out of the tree? It was dead! Hey kids, no one has to rent Faces of Death on video, not when it's always on at 5 o'clock! Here's the best joke I know. Maybe this will explain everything. Serial rapist and murderer tries to do his thing to a woman. Frightened out of her mind, she resorts to the best defense she can think of. She shits her panties. She pisses on herself. She pukes on her blouse. I'm sure she even squeezed out a few farts to top it all off. The rapist leaves her unharmed.
Unharmed?
Later they catch the fucker. Of the many women whom he had screwed and killed, she was the only survivor. They ask him why that is. He tells them he didn't do her because she was sick. She was sick! Go figure. What a world. I hope you get that one. It's really hard to explain. Laugh so you don't cry.
Laugh so you don't cry. Why is this shit in my head?
See it? See it? Do you see it?
Of course I fucking see it! It's around me every day. It's why I keep my door locked at night. It's why I hid myself away in the first place. I've always seen it. God damn it!
Shit. It's hard to live honestly in a dishonest world. To play innocently in a world without innocence. It's hard to live cheaply in a world that creates expenses for you. To live freely in governed society. It's hard to not fear God who may or may not exist. It's hard to jump through the hoops of tradition. It's hard to live a life that has never been lived by another human being. It's hard to suffer the slings and arrows. Do you see it?
Yes, the fuckers!
Then release it.
They see me and they size me up. I won't dare be myself so that I cannot offend. First moves are never mine to make because I am ridiculed and embarrassed. I'm not an innovator. I'm a coward. They watch and they assess me. I won't dare challenge orders so that I will not be punished. Afraid of making choices, I have let others do my thinking for me. Who
am I?
Fuck you all! You're just as scared as I am. You obey families and churches and laws. mediocrity, just as I do. God damn this world! It has made a tool of me, and I'm wretched.
We all did.
They watch me. Imagine judges. I cannot free myself because I'm frightened to. My ambitions to become more crumble when I hear the soul behind my face. We let them make us meaningless.
I let them make me meaningless.
The fuckers. I'll get them for what they did to me. I swear it.
Where will it be fought? In the solitude. Who will stand beside us? Ourselves. Who will we fight? Ourselves. Who is to blame?
Whose fault is it that I am toy and tool? Who is to blame for my inability to be me? Who do I blame for this shitty planet I see? Who is to blame?
When children blame parents, who blame teachers, who blame politicians, who blame churches, who blame gods, who blame devils, who blame sinners, who blame drugs, who blame musicians, who blame athletes, who blame cops, who blame you, who blame me. Blame, 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 and blame!
I blamed you. I blamed you. Mom, Dad, Julie, Marcia, Megan, Dawn. So many people.
Just as small as I.
I blamed you.
Bad idea to point the finger. They didn't know any better than I.
It's late. Too late.
Revolution!
This sheep can't wear wolves' clothing, and I don't like lying poker faces.
Be true then and stop playing the game.
I'm tired. Too tired.
Revolution!
You have to know that I've fought. I struggled hard to break their hold on me. I ache from vain efforts and cold blood drawn. My mind, my soul, myself, weak from restraint.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm hurt. Too hurt.
Strangled limp in red tape. Hit by the monotheism of greed. Bound by the boundaries of territorialists. Gutted by the lies of selfish devils. Ravaged by the isms that they kill for. So what? I don't have to live in their house of cards.
I surrender, lacking strength to fight on.
Revolution! Where will it be fought? In the solitude. Who will stand beside us? Ourselves. Who will we fight? Ourselves. Who will be the victor? Please. Who will be the victor?
Who will be the victor? That voice. It's been so long.
I remember when I used to ask, why?
That voice. Where is it coming from?
Revolution. I remember innocence.
I've forgotten.
So many have, too many.
Who are you?
I am myself. See it. Please.
I am small.
See them?
They are small, like me.
I am 0.
I have a face and a name.
I am the empty void. I am limitless in truth. I am the absence of certainty, and I embrace life.
I erase the chalkboard and forget the dualities.
I do not make the roads, but my hands are on the wheels. I am my own sanctuary, my own counsel.
I don't have to be anything that I don't choose to be.
Am I recognized?
Yes.
The world is as it should be.
And I am the constant in the chaos.
Until the pain becomes part of me and a recognized reality.
Happiness will be mere trifling.
Until my companions are absent in my imagined necessity of them.
My love for them is emptiness.
Until each decision I contrive is free from others' judgment of them.
I shall be afraid of taking risks.
Until others' appraisals are dust, and I flatter or criticize myself.
The burden of chides must be borne.
Until my own requirements of others is not beyond my own self-fulfillment.
Satisfaction cannot occur.
Until I see through my own eyes the untainted soul that is myself.
Knowing and loving life is lost.
For if I should spend another lonely night without myself in mind,
I shall die, never having lived. I'm so scared. I'm really tired. lot to be tomorrow.
Sky in my eyes expanded. Ever widening as my imagination overcame my rudimentary form. I gazed at stars, and they waved at me, laughing. I breathed with the earth. In moments, I had risen up into an abyss. I spoke to it, and there was silence. I complained to it as I loathed myself, and there was stillness. I resigned then to the seeming nothing. Then a doorway of truth opened, and I, having myself, exited myself to know all as never before. I ripped the mask from my face and mocked its frown. I believed nothing. My walls and visages left myself considering. I questioned all, and it was nonsense. I abandoned my inbred thought process and saw foolishness. My resentment of things became comic. I rose above everything, guided by new inspirations, cast into the swirling energy that is the big joke. I saw what my beginnings had made of me. I made fun of it. An esoteric jest emerged from the warmth of space. I accepted it, and there was wisdom. I played straight man, waiting for its punchline, and there was my peace. The tears on my face embraced my laughter.
It's time.